I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I am the Dungeon Master, and this is Heroes Wanted. Tonight, we are rejoining the party after they have successfully raided the Sun Temple, the ruins of the Sun Temple underneath them, and obtained a black stone that they have reason to believe could be the Sunstone, and they are now looking to use it to try and heal their friend Soggy. But first, they went back and got Nova resurrected at Shavor's, the High Priest of Palor, and now, once again at full strength, they have set out to find Soggy in order to try and save him from his vampirism. And so that is pretty much where we are picking up, is with Quillan and Nova and Lorithir heading out to try and find where Noman has gotten off to in order to regroup and set out after Soggy. And so, since obviously the party is kind of split up right now, there's not a whole lot of interaction to go on between you guys. So we're just going to pick up with Quillan tracking down Noman. Noman's heavy footprints are, easy enough to follow. And after some time, uh, they do manage to catch up with the Warforged. Where do they catch up with you, and what are you doing?
Where am I and what am I doing? Such important questions to have answers to. I don't know. Is there a watchmaker in town?
No. Watches? What?
What?
That's a very complex clockwork device that hasn't been invented.
I take exception to that.
Well,
I've been invented, Ataracus.
yes, but you are a creation from hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
Uh-huh.
And that was before the Dark Ages, the fall of the Caledonian Empire. So now that the Renaissance is just coming around again, there's not like cuckoo clocks and watches and BMWs.
All right, fine. I am at some other store where I can begin to
Break
acquire
my
materials
windows.
for my jar.
I thought BMW meant break my windows.
Ha.
BMW can mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
All right. Uh,
Yeah, so I'm not sure, exactly what ingredients you all need, but I'm sure that at least some of them are mundane enough to where we can for sure say that you are capable of finding a store that can at least get you, started on your list here.
well, I imagine I want to form it out of lead, so I need a measure of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
So, yeah, let's just say somewhere where such a thing might be sold.
probably like a ironmonger or something like that.
Sure, let's go with one of them.
Okay. So, you pick up what, like a pound of lead, 10 pounds of lead, 150 pounds of lead?
I mean, how much lead do you think is reasonably needed to make a good jar?
Like a pound or less for sure. So,
That feels a bit shrimpy. I kind of want something I could hold on to. I'm going to say at least 10 pounds of lead.
you got to understand that metal like spreads. So,
Yeah.
so if you're talking about a pound of lead, like yeah, it's just, one small ball of lead, but by the time it's thin enough to be considered a jar, it's going to cover a pretty good area.
Well, then a canister. I just don't want it to be made of lead that thin.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough. Then you pick up 10 pounds of lead, which is a pretty good chunk of lead. I think it's something like a shot put size ball of lead.
I wouldn't know.
I mean, it's been a while since I did shot put, but I'm pretty sure it's something like that. Shot put's great, test of manhood.
I see.
So, you are purchasing lead.
Yes.
Okay. And they come upon you as you are leaving the ironmonger with your 10-pound ball of lead. And Quillan, you spot Noman. He's in town purchasing goods.
And Quillan just sort of walks over and says, "Good news! Nova is
What?
alive!"
That's actually a surprise. There are very few things you could have said to me that would have surprised me, but that is amongst them. So, that being said, how's everyone else?
Also alive.
Well, that's good.
Indeed.
I,
Though,
I suppose Lorithir, would offer something more along the lines of all of our companions are well. At the very least, as well as they were when I first met you guys.
Yeah, what a qualified statement that ends up being.
indeed.
So,
Yes, indeed. So, you guys had discussed at the end of last session that you would be in search of Soggy in order to save him from his sanguinous, can't think of another alliteration, desires. So, I do believe that's where you're headed then?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Somewhere along that place.
Yeah, so without Nova and Lorathier here, I understand that you guys might not have as much role play between you. So like if you're ready to move on to the next scene, you can just kind of prompt me a little bit and be like, okay, I think we accomplished everything here. I don't like to rush you guys too much, So if there's more that you need to get done before we, head out onto the road, so to speak, by all means, now is your opportunity. You're in town, supplies, equipment. If you have an NPC that you want to, get taunted by, um, I always have a never-ending supply of jerk NPCs to harass you with.
Indeed. Question: Has any retainers or my horse shown up yet? Wait, my retainers aren't coming. Has my horse shown up yet?
Your horse would be probably another 4 or 5 days out right now.
Well, I guess I'm gonna keep working on my item until then.
Okay. Yeah, and that is actually a good chance for Quillan and Nova and Lorathier to regain their strength at the temple, rest, recuperate, recover, um, and um, you can. What more do you need to acquire here? That you might be able to acquire in town, and then we'll have your horse show up.
I have no idea. Completely ambiguous things. I
Oh,
don't know.
so what Minotaur parts are we gonna go with this time?
I don't know. I'm probably another critical component will be some measure of other things that are both common that vampires do not like silver and salt.
Yes, yes. Well, salt is that. I think you're getting the salt myth confused with the garlic myth. The thing about salt and rice is an old wives' tale that they had to count every grain that would fall onto the ground in front of them if you scattered rice or salt in front of them. Whereas the garlic would be something that they didn't like.
Well, hear me out. Hear me out. Last time I checked, salt is a desiccant. Now, if there was salt at the bottom of the jar, I think it would probably, at least in some minor way, stabilize and pull down on his gaseous form once it was inside.
As soon as you said desiccant, I saw the scientific side of where you were going with that. How very
Indeed, very scientific.
yeah, how very Magitech of you to go all underworld, creating new tech to fight the vampires.
Yeah. So yes, that's what I think I'm acquiring. A measure of silver, enough to plate the
Just
jars.
leave it to Noman to be the creative, to be the inventive one.
And following that, whatever good quality mixed salts I can also acquire.
Sure, yeah. I mean, there's definitely salt in this world. It's just right here in this area. The only salt that they have is the sea salts because they're so far from any of the other like I don't know what the other salt types would be like, but the Himalayan salt, like not
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Well, a salt is a salt is a salt. So long as it's dry sea salt, it'll be as good as salt can be. Although I suppose if I come across other salts, I'd probably add them to my salt.
Make a 3 salt blend.
I figure it can't hurt. It can only help.
Yeah. So it is indeed dry salt. It's not salt water. So
Yeah.
you get some salt. It's not very expensive around here, but it's still pricey compared to like other commodities. So
Well,
Heck,
the
salt has
silver
been
would also
used
be.
to trade with slaves.
So silver is also expensive. So how much gold am I going to rack up on these two pricier items?
yeah. So I'm pretty sure that there are tables for this. So let me just real quick grab them.
Okay.
Uh-oh. I
Ah,
might have to. Oh, here we go. A pound of salt would normally cost you 5 copper pieces in 5th edition, but that is nonsense.
really low.
Yeah,
Really low.
really, really, really low. So that's going to be 5 gold pieces for a pound. For a pound of salt, that's a lot of salt.
Yeah, that's a lot of salt. Because salt is like a relatively light crystal structure. It's a lot of fucking salt.
Yeah. Well, actually, let's go with let's go with 5 silver pieces per pound, because now that I think about it, you do have to buy a lot of pounds of salt to cure meat. So.
Fair enough. Okay, I'll give him the whole gold coin. It's kind of annoying to track the silvers.
Yeah, yeah. I love how like economies always come out ahead because adventurers just don't want to deal with the change. What is that? 5 copper pieces? Oh my God! Here's a platinum. Just go away, you peasant.
Hey, I'm just being nice, contributing to the fucking salt baron. I know he probably don't need my money, but whatever.
It says a pound of silver is 5 gold pieces, although that once again seems
Oh,
a
that
little.
makes sense. Actually, it's because of the heavy metal consistency thing, where all the coins, typically speaking, in D&D are assumed to be relatively pure. This is why 50 gold pieces is 1 pound, and 1 pound of gold is 50 gold pieces. So you'll note 1 pound of silver is 50 silver pieces, or 5 gold.
Right, but like, oh, that just seems okay. I guess.
So
So
yeah.
there's your answers for your prices.
So I'm acquiring 1 pound of salt and 2 pounds of silver.
I thought it was the other way around, that you wanted 2 pounds of salt because you just wanted the whole gold piece worth.
No, I bought 1 pound and then said I didn't want to split the gold, so he
Oh,
got the other half for free.
just keep the change. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm getting 1 pound of salt and 2 pounds of silver.
Gotcha. Oh, did you want to know the exact price for the lead too?
I'm pretty sure the entire bit of lead can be acquired for like a copper, but you lay it on me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's really low.
Very cheap.
So it doesn't have lead specifically, but iron,
Common metal. It's usually the same price.
yeah. 1 silver piece.
Really? Okay. It's fine. One silver piece to what measure?
1 pound.
Oh, okay. So he gets a whole gold piece.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that. Yeah, okay, those are the... I think that's, practically speaking, amongst the conventional limits of what I can acquire, and the rest of the materials are likely going to have to be supernatural. Not to mention, it's a 2-part enchantment, because one, it has to hold the mist once it's in, and the other, it has to pull it in once the mist is outside his body.
Yeah. So you'll probably need like ground up minotaur hooves or something like that.
I'm gonna fucking start a fucking Minotaur ranch if it keeps going like this.
So you have spent days putting this together. Lorathir, Quillan, and Nova have recovered quite nicely at the temple to Pelor with Shavor and his priest's guidance and care.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Anything?
Indeed. And I imagine sort of Qualan sort of just trying to make sure to bandage himself up as good as he can.
Yeah, they apply all kinds of ointments and try to treat you as best as they can. Of course, with your advanced state of disease, there's not much that they can do. Nomen, on around the 5th day, you look to the east, and there your horse comes being ridden into town by the service that you hired to ride your horse here.
Great, I'm going to receive him just to be as flummoxing as possible.
Yeah, and so Jax sees you, of course, and comes riding right up to you without any need for the rider to do anything, and the rider, seeing you and everything, of course, waves, hails you, and climbs down off of your horse as soon as he comes to a stop.
Good job getting Jackson here to me.
Thank you. I hope that you find him in good condition and are satisfied. And
Yeah, I'm gonna look around Jackson for a moment, make sure they're kind of fine, and then go like, yeah, all is fine. Here's a tip. I'm gonna give him 5 gold.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And he also then pulls out from his sack. I hope you don't mind, but me and Jackson here kind of made a bit of a bond on the way here, and I discovered that he loves these sweet apples, and so a while back I came across one of the trees and picked him a dozen. He only has these 3 left because he's such a beast. But if you'd like, you can give them to him.
I'm gonna take the apples, and I'm gonna feed one to Jackson.
He's not lying. Jackson seems to have developed quite the taste for these sweet apples that grow here in northern Caledonia.
Well, that's a good job. That I take no issue with Jackson liking Caledonian apples. Well, I'm gonna commit the apples typage to memory, and lead Jackson off so I can go grab my party members.
Yeah, and you'll find them in the club. No, they're at the temple. Um, Probably Quillan would be in the healing spa area where they'd be applying, you know, the baths and oils and ointments, you know, just trying to heal his skin and rotting flesh as best as they can. Lothar, when you are, you know, finally introduced to Quillan, you'll know this as your character, but for the player knowledge, he has a form of leprosy that is killing him.
Okay.
So he is getting treated at a health clinic type of spa bath area, and Nova is probably speaking with Shavor, and Lorathir, I don't know. He's probably training or scouting. I would guess.
Okay.
Oh, that was mostly for Noman for when he shows up, like who he would go to.
Well, I have no idea at this point. It's kind of a thing. I guess I'll kind of wander up to Quillan because player is here.
Sure, that's as good a reason as any.
Yeah, I suppose.
Quillan, you hear the metal clicking of Noman's steps as he walks up to you across the smooth marble floor of the Temple of Pelor. It disturbs the near slumber that you were in as the clerics massage healing ointments into your muscles.
And after he sort of wakes, he says, "Oh, that sounds familiar."
It's me, Quillan.
Oh, hello, Noman.
Well, I got Jackson back, so I suppose I'm ready to head out.
Ah, that's good to hear.
Think everyone else is ready to get going. What time of day is it?
Well, if Jackson, you know, was received by you, probably, either late morning or late evening. So let's go ahead and find out. It is the morning.
I see. Well, if it's late morning, I'll phrase it as think everyone's gonna be ready to head out tomorrow morning. In context, the only person I'm asking is you.
He's fallen back asleep on the table as they continue to apply the healing ointments.
Ashpenaz.
Making your way to the other party members, you let them know that, you know, you would be ready to go tomorrow morning if they were, and everybody, you know, makes the plans to head out after Soggy together.
It's time to do a little fishing trip, in a way.
All right, so as you guys begin your, you know, journey, you search far and wide for any signs of Soggy, but being a kobold in armor that blends with the shadows and a vampire, he is just like gone. But Nova has an idea. It is possible, my friends, that perhaps
What? What is it?
perhaps Soggy has returned to his quote-unquote creator. The vampire who made him may have drawn him back. If we went and found Visanthus, perhaps we could find Soggy.
That does sound like a good idea. But where exactly is he, Visanthus?
I believe we can find him in Carpathia, where he was when we last saw him. I mean, not necessarily exactly where he was, but
Close to there.
yeah.
So that would be how long of a journey?
It would be a journey of many weeks, my friend. We traveled, for a long while before Shavor was able to fly us the rest of the way to get from Carpathia to Caledonia, and it will be a long way back. But if we are to find Soggy, that is the way.
As he sort of thinks of that and says, Isn't the wizard temple sort of nearby?
Huh? I am not sure I know what wizard temple you are talking about, my friend.
Oh, the wizard tower we passed on the way over.
That wasn't like a thing. First of all, you didn't pass nothing. You heard about something in the area and decided not to check it out. So you don't know nothing about what's actually there or not. And
Okay, well, so we made an agreement widdly wonks ago that after we resolve the Soggy thing, we would go to the tower.
Okay. And you guys absolutely can go check it out, but just remember that the only thing that you knew about was that there is supposedly an ancient wizard's tower in the hills by Vine Run there.
Okay.
I just want to be clear about what there is and isn't. There is a rumor that there is an ancient wizard's tower still in the hills of Vine Run.
I meant to say that. I'm just sort of trying to think of the fastest way to get to Visanthus' place.
I mean, if we want to get to Visanthus, the wizard's tower is a little out of the way.
So
not completely. Here, let's pull up the map and, take a look at what's all going on here. Okay, so in Caledonia, you'll see there's that river with the dark gray road stretching up past it, and the little skinny road going down to a town along that river there. The city that is on the big thick road, that is Iru Moria. Okay? And so if you guys head down to Carpathia, you're kind of passing right through the hills of Vine Run there.
AKA, we would be passing by it.
Okay.
So if the rumors are true, there might be a way to teleport over to where Visanthus is.
Good enough reason to investigate as any, I suppose.
Okay, so if that is indeed the plan moving forward, that you guys will take the most direct, if not the easiest route through the hills of Vine Run. And so your first leg of the journey, you set off down that path, the trail that leads to the town along the river there, and that would take 2 days, and you would stop and restock and do whatever in the next town before continuing on to the hills. As you guys make your way to the hills, you have a chance to contemplate everything that you've been through. Some of you have been with the party for longer than others. Some of you have been chasing Visanthus across multiple timelines, and there's just a whole lot that has taken place over the last year and a half. And as that goes through your heads, you begin to wonder, just what comes next. What is going to be the conclusion to this journey that you've been on, with going through time for Nova and Soggy, with Quillan having met these people, and the vampire trying to change Soggy into a creature of the night, and finally doing so, and how that affects him with his own wasting disease. He has his own curse to deal with, and so he might feel some kindred spirit with Soggy. Noman, of course, being a knight of Caledonia, you have known about Visanthus for some time. He's been a problem for the Caledonian forces, and it's only been exacerbated by him sending his minions after you and your companions. And so there's just, each of you has your own reasons to want to see this come to some kind of resolution and conclusion, to get some kind of closure on the Visanthus saga. And as all of these thoughts are going through your head, you come to the hills of Vine Run, and the gentle rolling plains of Caledonia give way to these rising hills and valleys that just go on for as far as the eye can see here in the middle of Caledonia. These are giant Ice Age style hills that have very steep pitches up and down, and some of them are just like huge craters in the middle of everything, and others are just these giant mounds where a glacier would have pushed tons and tons of dirt and rock into a spot and then just melted. And so the terrain becomes quite difficult. Now, for Noman, the terrain is still difficult. You don't have freedom of movement or anything like that, but at least it's not exhausting for you to be climbing the hills. However, for all of the rest of your companions, they have to roll for a constitution check in order to be able to climb the hills up and down all day long. And of course, Quillan, as the only actual player here, you can just 19. So Quillan does just fine and manages to hike the hills alongside you, Noman. And as you guys, finally get to the point where you're like, okay, my calf muscles are killing me. I gotta stop and eat something and stretch my legs. That's when you spot a fire burning in the distance. You can see the wisps of smoke rising from the next hill over. And what do you do?
We investigate, of course.
Yeah.
As you go over to investigate, Lothar, if you double click on your portrait up on the top there, it'll open up your character sheet. And then the tab on the side that says skills, just go ahead and double click on where it says perception, the number for perception. All right. Lothar, you hear a heavy pounding of metal footsteps coming towards you. What do you do?
I stand up, very alert, but not backing down and looking in the direction of the noise.
As you continue to watch, you spot a 7+ foot tall metal man being accompanied by an additional 7+ foot tall dark-skinned man wrapped in bandages wearing a dark cloak, and accompanying them is an all but glowing golden-haired female of some stature herself, I think. I'll have to get confirmation from Nova. Wearing ceremonial-looking metal armor. And as you guys climb the hill, you see a very powerfully built but grizzled, older orc or possibly half-orc. It's hard to say with the amount of facial hair and scars and, just the gray, shaggy hair falling all around makes it impossible, to tell the full lineage of this, person, but it is for sure not a 100% human. And his powerful build commands respect, but his gray hair and many scars tell that this is a warrior who has seen his golden glory days come and go.
Indeed. In fact, he looks about to fall apart.
Anyway.
No, not Quillan. I'm sorry, I was describing Lothar. But Quillan, yeah, kind of the same thing, except for a bald head, right? And then, yeah, he's wrapped in bandages and looks like he's about to fall apart, although his frame conveys that he was once very powerfully built.
Mhm.
So Lothar, seeing these, people approaching, what do you do?
I stand there, I fold my arms, and I stand there confidently, and I go, what would you like?
Odd way to introduce yourself.
What does Lothar look like?
That was just explained.
Oh, sorry.
He's the powerful warrior with gray hair and a lot of facial hair and scars.
Yeah.
Ah,
Anyway, what was I gonna say? I'm Noman, Knight of the Realm, and I'm passing through these mountains on the way to a rumored tower. Would you happen to know anything about that?
I
sorry?
am Qualan, and I am a paladin of of nature and light.
Well, it's great to meet you guys, but I'm just sitting here enjoying my fire. Can I ask why you approached?
We weren't knowledgeable as to your location here. It'd be fair to say we're passing through.
What's your business?
We're heading up towards a rumored wizard's tower in the distance. It may have items of interest to us.
As well as some sort of transportation.
Are these items worth a lot of money?
Well, as far as wizarding engines go, they typically ought to be. Prices could range in the hundreds to thousands. If things go according to what's likely to be there. Of course, severe variance is possible. Why might such a thing interest you?
Possibly. I'm wondering why two large men such as yourselves might be asking for my help.
Well, the road is long and treacherous, and the tower was stated to be abandoned. Perhaps it's abandoned for a reason.
And
And
three
it is
large
always
and three large men are better than two.
indeed.
Well, sounds like there might be something to gain from this. If you agree to share it with me, I'll join you.
Indeed.
Yes.
Those are fair terms, as the adventuring way.
Would you guys like to rest the night at the fire before we proceed? Or do you want to keep moving?
Well, Kalan here was just complaining about his calves, so it might be a good time.
Yes.
Do I have like any food or anything that I've gathered?
Oh yeah, so you can already have hunted, and here in the hills there's all kinds of good prey, but one of the best things is a small, basically like a pronghorn type of deer, and you have effectively like a miniature deer on the fire.
I can't eat as much as I used to in my younger days. Would you guys like to share this with me?
I prefer not to eat elk. It's not in my virtues.
Yeah, welcome to the group. Vegetarian. I point to the angel, and I go, well, angelic one. I go, vegetarian, worships nature. I don't eat it all.
Lorathir is like, I would love some.
I forgot about him entirely. Oh yeah, that guy. He can eat meat with you.
I go, the rest of you can have what you like of it. And I also want to remind you that it's rude to refuse gifts.
Yeah, you put some of this venison in your metal mouth and chew it up.
Yeah, no minute that will kind of lift his visor, showing off mechanical eyes peering from within, going, "It's really not by choice, this one. The other two, it's fully a choice for them."
It's a vow for me.
You decided to take that vow.
Indeed. I'm just specifying the choice.
And I am too pure to consume the flesh of anything that was once living.
Yeah, that what a holier than thou way to phrase that. I feel like if Nova was here, they would have delivered that better.
Well, that's what you get when you don't show up.
I just kind of scoff and just eat.
Yeah, as you dig into it, Lorathir, he's an elf, so to your sensibilities, he's just kind of picking at it all daintily as you just tear into it like the half-orc barbarian that you are. And everybody else just kind of sits there nibbling on their veggies and nothing.
Wait, so who's eating the meat again?
Lorathir, an elf, he is not here today. He has
Okay.
sent a message, so I'm just making sure that his character is still represented, so that it's not like, wait, what's with this elf who's all of a sudden here?
Okay, I got you. So him and just he's eating the meat and that's it.
Yeah, he's the only one eating the meat. The Warforged is not eating anything, and the Goliath and the Asamar. The Goliath is like a half giant, and an Asamar is kind of like a half angel. Um, they are too holy to eat meat, so they're just eating vegetables.
I got you. I turn to Lorthar and I go, I'm not sure if I trust people who don't eat meat.
He says, "Yes, well, I believe you'll find that these companions are stout allies regardless of their dietary decisions."
We'll see about that, but I'm going to keep an eye on them.
I keep an eye on everything.
Touche.
In the holier than thou circle, I don't know if I can trust some random stranger who eats meat.
Did I hear that?
No, I'm making a fucking joke. I'm not playing either of those characters.
Yeah. So, you guys have some time beside the fire here to talk and get to know each other. Obviously, everybody uh, is kind of reserved and doesn't just become best friends, but it seems as though nobody is in the mood to attack each other. So you guys talk and eat and eventually um, decide, to head back out. And it just so happens, Lothar, that you were headed more or less in the direction of this abandoned wizard's tower, supposedly, that they say is there. You haven't seen it or anything like that, but you were headed in that direction because you've been in this area not very long, but you know about a druid kind of deep in the hills that can restock you with healing potions. And so, being an adventurer, healing potions are uh, life's water. So you like to go repurchase healing potions when you run out.
Sure. Where are we on the map again, by the way?
Sure. Here, one second. I'll pull it back up on my screen so that I can follow along with you. So where it says Caledonia, you guys are kind of to the south. If you draw a line like this, you guys are like somewhere in there.
Okay. So should I just tell the group, let's go buy some healing potions?
Well, I mean, if you want to inform them that that's what
Yeah.
you were doing, and if they would like to, come with you to speak to the druid of the hills and see if they will, sell them some healing potions, or at the very least not turn them into a newt. That's
Yeah. So I'll kind of turn to the group and say, this sounds like it could be potentially a rough trip. I know a person who sells some things that might be useful on the trip. Would you like to join me?
Seems fine. Certainly.
Indeed, that would be useful.
No, I don't like no healing potions.
Shush you.
I didn't say what it was. I just said somebody who could sell things that are useful for the trip.
Well, I guess Lorathir would then ask what is useful for the trip in your eyes.
Things that can keep us alive.
Like my bow?
That is snatty. Let's do it.
More of the life-saving type potions.
Ah. Yes. I once knew an elf who could brew, healing potions that would come in very handy. Lead on our newfound guide.
Okay. So then I'll just turn and walk in the direction of the druid.
I'm pretty sure that Lorathir is one of those elves who is trying to be better than the other elves who think everybody's below him, so I'm trying to play him as super welcoming of you.
Okay, cool. I just turn and say, follow if you like.
Well, come, companions, let us follow our new ally.
Right behind you.
All right.
Okay, so you guys, walk, and it turns out that what Lothar didn't tell you is that he has several magical items, one of which is a ring of freedom of movement. And so, whereas this is rough terrain for you guys, he just moves through it like it's flat ground. And he's a barbarian, so he's pretty much a super athlete to begin with. And as he, starts walking, Lothar, you turn around and realize very quickly that although Noman can more or less keep up with you, not even close, because he's too heavy and he keeps getting slowed down by the rough terrain, everybody else is falling even further behind than Noman. And so you turn around and realize that you're going to lose them if you walk at your normal pace.
Well, I'm going to mount my elk, if that's the case.
You can mount your elk. Indeed, Quillan has a mount that he climbs on top of. It is a huge megaloceros-sized elk that he rides around like he's Santa Claus. And Noman does have Jackson with him, so there is a possibility that some of you could keep up, but Quillan, remember, we still have Lorathir and Nova as well.
So, do you think any of them could get onto one of these steeds?
It's
What?
It's possible, but not with, Noman or Quillan on them, because you're two huge men.
Yeah, that's the situation.
Well, what if I got off Jackson and the two smalls got on Jackson?
Ooh, there you go. Yeah, let's give you a point of inspiration for that.
I finally have more than one.
Yeah, and so
So I had a.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's like not that important. I was gonna say, if I had a nickel for all the inspiration I'd have 2 nickels, which ain't a lot, but hey, it's cool to have 2.
So that was terrible. so as Noman, does some quick binary deductions in his computer head, he figures out that Quillan can ride his elk. Which, does your elk have a name, Quillan?
It's simply known as the land it's from.
Okay.
Which is Kaldar.
Okay. And so Quillan rides Kaldar while Noman walks beside Jackson, and Nova and Lorithir ride on Jackson. However, that still leaves Noman walking at half speed because of rough terrain.
Well, I move faster than normal, so I'm not falling as far behind.
Okay, yeah, fair point. What is your speed?
40.
Okay, so 20. So you're only forced to walk 2/3 of your normal pace, Lothar, if you wait for them instead of half.
I'll wait for them. So, like, when they catch up to me, I say, not too shabby for an old man.
I'd say.
Yeah, he seems to move through the hills and undergrowth and, over the gravel and everything just with incredible ease, and he is very fast in his pace. He can march all day, it seems, and so it is, pretty impressive even for a Warforged soldier like yourself. He's not a machine, but he almost moves like one.
Yes, laudable indeed.
And so eventually, you guys make it to a very luscious, overgrown hill that just has trees growing all around it, to where it looks like a hill made out of trees. And yeah, Lothar, you would recognize this as the home of the druid of the hills here.
We're here, gentlemen. Let me show you the way to my friend.
And so
I am experienced with druids from my home plane, but I'm
Hazard is
familiar
really
with...
quiet. I need to turn him up.
What?
I can't hear you, Hazard. I'm turning you up.
Quillan said...
Alright, it's Nova.
Hi, Nova.
Hello, how's everybody feeling? Happy Fuck British Tea Day.
yes, glad you made it.
Me too.
So, um, what is going on real quick, just to catch you up, is they have met a half-orc barbarian in the hills of Vine Run by Caldonia after they left, after Nova was resurrected. You guys are searching for Soggy as the long-term goal. Right now, there are two short-term goals. One is to find the abandoned wizard's tower, hoping to find a faster way to get to Carpathia to find Soggy. The other more immediate goal is that your barbarian friend that you just met has suggested buying some healing potions from a druid he knows. He knows a guy. And so he wants to he wants to hook you guys up with his connection, and that is where you guys are headed to right now. And so that pretty much, gives you the bullet points. Obviously, you can go back and watch everything to get the details later. Quillan, were you saying something right there? I don't want to cut you off.
No.
Okay. So, as Lothar leads you guys down through basically a veritable tunnel of tree trunks with the canopy forming the arching roof. And if any of you are familiar with like the trees down in Louisiana where they can kind of grow to cover the whole street, it's really a beautiful effect. But in this case, it's quite daunting as you walk into what amounts to a building built out of tree trunks and vines and undergrowth intertwined as it forms this hallway of trees leading up the hill to the heart of the druid's den. And in the druid's den, it opens up. There's no longer a complete canopy. There's sun shining down, and there's all manner of flowers and a natural spring that keeps everything watered, and the birds are chirping, and there's butterflies, and there's all kinds of like snakes and spiders and chipmunks and squirrels and just everything everywhere. And as you guys, take this all in, it's like being in a atrium and a zoo all at once. It's got an aviary and a complete biosphere of different plants, and it's just almost overwhelming to your senses as you take it all in. But as that all happens, you all also roll a dexterity save.
Someone would please do that for me.
Yes.
Not 20.
So who wants to roll for Nova? I will clear his ownership real quick.
Quick side note there. I'm thinking about asking my boss about. I don't know if that'd be the only story I'm gonna come up with, but I'm thinking about like trying to get Sundays off, like as like in a consistent way. Well, not gonna work. But
Yeah, I mean, I would love that, but as always, you gotta do what you gotta do, and we completely understand, whatever.
not like that. I work 6 days a week, but
Yeah, no, I hear you 100%. I do. Bad Data, do you wanna grab up Nova and roll for him?
No.
Well, okay, I'll roll and roll a 0. It's
he's
fine.
joking, man.
No, he's not.
No, I don't particularly want to, but if that's what Araxis is going to default to, I guess I'll take it.
No,
No.
I'm gonna roll right now,
I
and then
mean-
it's gonna fail.
I know Hazard you usually don't mind.
Aha!
I am indeed online.
Oh, I rolled for Lothar. Darn it! Oh, you got so lucky. But see, look at how bad I roll.
Hey, look at me, one-upping you.
Hey!
Got an even shittier roll than that. Alright, change this to fucking yellow.
So,
Just bleeding yellow.
yes. So, unfortunately, Nova is grabbed up by some vines as all of the rest of you quickly sidestep these creeping vines that hold everybody in place. But as the druid steps out from behind a large fern, he sees Lothar and says, "Oh, my friend, I am so sorry." And he waves his hand, and the vines retreat back from Nova.
Ah, it is all right. And Quolan just sort of like as he's just sort of dodging the vines and says, "I am familiar with these kinds of vines."
Your friend seems quite sick there, Lothar.
Thank you, Tom Bombadil. I mean, so far.
Yes. Let's see if you have anything that might be able to help me.
Well, I have, something that can help you, but I fear your friend might be beyond my skills. I can, however, offer him this. And he holds up a small bag that has a powder in it. He opens it up and it's got like a powder in it. He's like, if you make this into a tea, it may alleviate some of what ails him.
Delectable tea or deadly poison?
I turn, I go, you can trust this man. He's my friend.
Is there a new person in the group, or am I just like making things up?
No, there's a new guy.
He was always here. He's been here the whole time.
The DM is lying to you using his filthy DM logic. Now listen. What he is giving you is a thought parasite from the ether.
So, Lothar.
Damn earworms.
Lothar tells you guys that you can trust the druid and accept his tea offering. And so, Quolan, do you take that? Hazard, hello?
Yes?
Do you take the tea?
Yes, I take the tea, and I
Okay.
sort of thank him very profusely.
Yes. And so then he turns to Lothar and he says, "So, the usual then." And he waves his hand, and a shambling mound brings out a little basket filled with all kinds of potions, but most of them are this reddish potion sealed in a beeswax kind of vial. So he's got a bunch of beeswax vials that contain this reddish liquid health potions.
All right. I say I'll take as many as I can carry.
All right, that'll be 6,000 gold pieces.
How much gold do I have?
I think you probably have like a couple hundred.
The point being that the fucking potions are small, don't weigh a lot, and cost a bazillion.
Yep.
Yeah.
So as many as you could carry is way the fuck too much.
Yes.
You said I have a
That's
few
just a
hundred
little
gold.
expensive.
How
I
much?
do wish to do business.
How much per potion?
Checking that right now. I think it's 500, but I could be off.
Jesus, they're expensive in this edition.
They're not that expensive.
It's
was
not. It's
hoping
not
so.
500.
No, because that's just a pretty marked up price, and they have to be like
Oh, it's
they have to be
50.
like
Oh, it's 50.
Yeah, 50. That's more appropriate.
10 times the price.
It's
Hey.
just like, whoa,
Inflation is a mother.
isn't it?
And I have a few hundred gold.
This is certainly the savviest druid I've ever met.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can have 250 gold pieces. So if you want to buy 5 health potions, you absolutely can.
I'll just buy 2.
2? Got you. All right. So right down here by treasure under inventory. Now we have 150 gold pieces on you, and you just spent 100 on potions of healing. So I'm gonna add those to your thing right now.
Okay. Does these take you back to like full health, or?
No. There
That'd be
are
magic.
there are better potions of healing though, like potions of greater healing and potions of supreme healing.
Gotcha.
How much do these heal for?
Supreme healing heals for 10d4 plus 20, and greater healing heals for 4d4 plus 4.
I see.
And I do know about being like a mainstay healer, like dedicated healer. Always remember that you will always have the same amount of capabilities of hitting something with max HP or 1 HP. And I don't know if it means, I'm not sure if anyone's told you, well, I'm sure they have. My character doesn't fight, really.
So you're a healer?
Yes.
Yep. Pretty much pure healer. Does have some capabilities in combat though. Don't let him fool you.
Okay.
Indeed.
So-
Especially against the undead.
So, anybody else picking up healing potions while we're here?
No, I mean I'm not.
I'll pick up 5, but I'll like divvy them out, and I'll like tell them that use them if you must, but considering what happened last time, I would ask that you hold on to them for me.
Understood. And before Qualan forgets, he sort of asked the druid if he has anything about a wizard's tower.
I already asked that. No, wait, the fucking druid? Yeah, that's actually a good idea, Sagi.
Qualan.
I mean, I still really attached to the Saga character. It's hard to separate the two.
Yeah. I understand what you mean.
Yeah, anyway, so yeah, that was a good idea, Hazard.
Yeah, and the druid.
Great that Nova's back. You know, it'd be great. Like, I used to play a character who was adept at tracking and hunting vampires, but he did.
Yeah, he is dead.
Donovan would be like the exact person you want to go to. I need to find a vampire. All right, follow me.
So, Qualan, you asked the druid if he knows anything about any wizard's towers, and the druid says, don't you know here in Caldonia, wizards are put to death?
I have heard of that, but that doesn't mean that their towers are left unscathed.
Right, all the towers have been scathed.
Looted.
So, is that a no on the existence of a wizard's tower?
If there is one, it's been scathed to the ground.
You mean raised?
No, I'm just making a pun on unscathed.
I say to them, my friends here seem to think that there's something inside of that tower that's of interest.
There are some ruins in these hills. I can assure you that, there's things to be found, but I'd be careful what you go looking for. As you know, chimeras and wyverns and things of a far deadlier nature reside in the dark places in these hills.
I kind of go, knowing that, do you have anything else that can help us in our journey?
Well, I mean, I do have like the capability of like making minor magical items, so like if there was something in particular that you were, looking for anyone, like I might be the one to have it.
This is not a Nova question. This is out of character here, but anybody know what scrying is in character? And would we be able to ask this guy? Scrying might be able to bring us exactly to where we want to go.
Doesn't scrying require information more specific than what we have access to?
I'm not sure. I have to look at the spell.
So, is that a no on anybody needing to take a look at the magic shop?
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Okay. I just, wanted to make sure. I don't like to rush you guys along, as you know, so. All right. And so the druid wishes you all the best and sends you on your way. You continue through the hills for the rest of the day and eventually have to make camp before the sun sets and you're caught in the hills at night. You don't want to just be out walking the hills in the
Indeed.
dark. You'll break an ankle or something. So you guys make a camp, and everything is super awesome here at Camp Awesome. That's what Lorathir has named the camp.
Indeed.
All right. Well, I guess as the sun sets, I will pray to Palor, and I will cast. Because there's no reason to not cast a Guardian of Fate.
Alright.
And just to make sure, I'm going to cast Divine Sense for any sort of evil forces.
So looking around with your divine sense, you don't spot any demons or undead or anything of that nature.
Alon just sort of sighs in relief and nods as he sits down to sort of meditate and listen to this to the spirits of nature.
All right. So you guys are getting some rest. You know, doing your camp awesome thing. And as you are resting, Noman, I'm going to assume that you're doing the sentry rest as per usual.
Yes.
Okay. And so Noman is keeping an eye on everything. Lorithir only needs 4 hours of meditation, and so everybody else can pretty much be getting their full sleep. That's the good news.
Yay!
The bad news is that everybody who is asleep has to roll their perception at disadvantage, which Lothar, if you look in the chat bar on the left side there's a little box that says modifier and then ADV and DIS. The DIS is disadvantage. Just click on that and then roll your perception. And then Noman, you can roll your perception, but roll Novas at disadvantage if you're rolling Novas.
Where's perception? Sorry.
It's under skills.
So at disadvantage?
Yes, at disadvantage.
Oh, wait, I rolled my own at disadvantage because the dice confused me.
Oh! I can't fake it. I rolled 2 nat 20s.
Yeah. You did.
Turn into Dr. Manhattan. I have seen things so small and so fast, it's like they didn't even happen.
Yeah. So, Quillan, you awaken suddenly, knowing that something is off, something's wrong. You leap to your feet and begin to put your armor on.
Important question. Do I still have resurrection sickness?
Still have what? Oh, no. You've had a week to recover at Iru Moria. Okay, so now everybody roll for initiative.
Bam!
Oh,
Nat 1 on initiative, but Quillan just sort of alerts everyone to the danger.
it's because you were getting your armor on.
Like, where's initiative? Sorry.
It's right on the main tab.
Of your character.
Gotcha.
Like next to your HQ, your armor class, speed, and yeah.
Well, I'm looking for it. Give me just a second. Sorry, guys, I'm kind of new.
So yeah, when you double click on your token, and then the main tab on the right hand side, all the tabs there, the main tab, and then INIT. There you. Oh nope, that's intelligence save. So, if you go right in the middle, INIT, not INT. There you go. All right. And then I will roll for Lorathir, but Bad Data, will you roll for? Yeah.
Round of bad rolls.
Wow, even Lorathir rolled bad.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Jeez.
Not nice to talk about all
Suddenly,
Oh!
as Quillan is getting his armor on and saying something's not right, 3 monstrous trolls come roaring out of the cave at night. They're ready to eat you on sight. And they charge right in to the group, trying to just disrupt you.
And
Does my Guardian of Faith react?
I'm sorry, I have to look that up.
and
Guardian
also,
of Faith, 20-foot radius, 60-foot radius. Anything that goes into its radius has to roll some kind of a save or take damage, and it doesn't. The damage disappears.
and of course, Olan is Goliath, so he speaks giant, so he would know what they would be saying if they spoke. Is that right, GM?
Yes. If they speak in giant, you would understand it. Yes. All right, so they got to make a dexterity save. All right.
They fail, I think they just straight up take 20 damage, and then Guardian of Faith disappears after like damage, I think. Very useful spell. Lasts 8 hours. It means you can use it before you rest.
All right. And it's dealt 30 damage, so it still has another 30 damage that it can deal. And then Lorathir is going to disengage and step back and hide.
Man, they look ugly. Well, time to start killing them to death.
Must violence always be the solution?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Let's see here. Ward as an action. Swift action. Ugh. And then attack as an actual action. Up. Miss. Up. That's a hit. Ha! I have struck the troll with 11 points of my damage. Whoa. That shall be my turn.
If you have fire or acid attacks, that would be good.
Well, they are troll. I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay, so Lothar, if you remember from before, all you have to do is click on your token, and you can move around. And then if you control left click on the troll in front of you, you can attack it. Yep, there, now you're targeting troll number 2. And then if you open up your character sheet and go to the actions tab at the bottom,
Yeah.
you can roll your Great Axe Giant Slayer, the +10.
So, reckless attack, can I cast that as much as I want?
Yeah, so if you go down to where it says reckless attack,
Yeah.
if you click on the little running man, then you will have advantage on your attack, as well as grant them advantage if they attack you.
That's what I'm gonna do. So, I clicked on reckless attack. Now I hit that dice.
And now you click on where the great axe has the +10.
And also, just a suggestion, DM, doesn't he have didn't he choose the Totem Warrior?
Yes.
Can't you try and use his Totem Spirit?
I don't know if that's an action or anything, so I haven't, said anything. It also works while raging, so he's not raging right now.
Alright, sorry.
I clicked the button next to the dice too.
Yeah, so you hit, so now you go ahead and you click on the 1d12 +6. And you'll see that it did an extra 2d6 damage because you have a magical axe enchanted to slay giants. And so any creature of the giant type, which includes trolls, takes extra damage from your axe. So it glows with a red glow as it strikes the troll and seems to deal a much more lethal wound. And you also have extra attack, so now you get to attack him again.
I roll the dice again.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
You roll to attack again. A critical hit.
I roll the damage again.
In addition to the standard critical hit damage, the target is weakened. So now roll the damage again, and it's going to deal critical damage.
Oh, you seem.
Oh,
Would it
wow,
be,
that is terrible
bad-
damage. You
Maybe a
just
bad
did.
assumption to assume that he's a new player, like new at the game.
What?
Has he played before?
No,
He hasn't played a lot of 5th edition before, no.
Well, welcome. It's pretty easy to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
So, anyway, you just did as much damage with a double damage critical hit as you did on your first hit. That is just not great.
Oh well.
So, anyway, you have managed to heavily wound the troll. You also weakened him. So you dealt a powerful blow to one of his arms, and now the troll can no longer attack at full strength. And so, that's a that's a good thing. But of course, it is still up and able to attack you. So that's a bad thing.
Okay. Is that my turn?
Well, if you want to do something else, you can. You still movement, but if you move away, then I get to attack you. You can move just to the side if you want, but that's not necessarily anything that's going to help you. So
I'll stand my ground.
yeah, I would say that that is pretty much your turn. Yes.
I love how they write out the language.
Yeah, and then so Lothar, if you go to the combat tracker and click on next actor, the dragon head with the down arrow. There you go. That just advances the turn for.
Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't know
No,
that.
yeah, no, it's fine. Everybody learns it, and it usually takes them, 2 or 3 sessions to get that.
I'm more than willing to be patient. So long as you're patient with me, that I'm like perpetually stuck at you.
Darn, I can't get anywhere. I guess I'm just gonna come around here and try to do this. Okay, Nova, it is your turn.
Alrighty.
Does your guardian thing go off on your turn or on their turn?
I believe it's their turn, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I did it on their turns when they entered in, once you said it, of course. And so I'll do it again on their turns. The third guy didn't move into it, so yeah.
I'll go ahead and cast Beacon of Hope.
Bacon of Hope on it.
Yeah, bring on the bacon.
All right, so that just goes to you there. Oh, darn it. That got put on Troll 1. Let me fix that.
No bacon for the trolls, please. Don't feed the trolls.
Yeah, no feeding the trolls, especially not delicious bacon.
In this context, that might be a good idea. Leave us the hell alone.
Unless it's like a long-term strategy to give them heart disease. Regenerate from that!
I think about it more like, why eat raw human when you could fucking bacon?
Yeah.
This is what you humans eat?
That's why they're so angry and demand taxes, because they need bacon. Alright, so you have cast Beacon of Hope. You pray to Paylor, and light shines on your allies. What else?
Is Maine a healthy distance?
Okay, so you back up by Lorathir?
Mm-hmm.
And then end your turn, yes?
Yep.
Quillan.
Quillan, saying the thing I just wrote up, sort of casts.
Yes. Let me read that real quick. Prepare to face nature's judgment, O reforming kin. All right. So you say that, and then you cast Searing Smite as your sword is on fire.
My pike.
Oh yeah, your pike. I'm sorry.
It's sort of like looks like a wildfire in a way, and he just and Quolan sort of steps in between the two and strikes the most weakened one with his pike.
You stab into him with your flaming pike, disabling his regeneration as his skin burns and sizzles and pops.
Then we just put on the effect of Searing Smite. So it saves from the Searing Smite. Or does it have to save at the end of its turn?
Right.
Okay, so this is good.
Well, no, if he saved, then he just isn't on fire.
Oh, sorry. Just
It's okay. It's okay. I got it.
thought it was an end of turn sort of thing. Like,
Well, unless he saves right away. But it's okay. He still took the fire damage. You did great. Alright. I am going to smash Quillan, I guess, since you're in between us. I raise my meaty fist and try to claw and bite at you. And so here it goes.
that hits.
He tears at you like a hungry animal just trying to eat you alive and says, "You in belly."
You are certainly gluttonous. He responded in giant.
Yes. Oh, he misses you with his second claw. But the trolls are just ripping and tearing at you now, trying to eat you alive.
And
Flesh.
Quolan, and it's like, flesh is flesh!
I pop out from my hiding spot and use my sharpshooter to sharpshoot the troll.
Those kind of stuff.
And I deal a whole bunch of damage as my arrow pierces the troll. And then I use my cunning action to slip back into hiding.
Excuse me. To get not the full time, right?
Well, I mean, seem pretty damaged. Let's transition. Step over. Strike him. Hit. Mm-hmm. There you go. Go over and I start cutting him.
You slash away at the troll.
I cut you.
Slashing away at its burnt flesh.
All right, whose turn is it?
It is now Lothar's.
Okay, so both those trolls are still alive.
Yes.
Okay. Do I have to cast reckless attack each turn?
You don't have the reckless attack. You can like rage as a bonus action and then attack.
If you want to reckless attack, then yes, you have to do it each turn.
Okay, and I'll just
I
attack.
didn't make that declaration.
Yeah, I think I just clicked it. So
Yes, you did.
Okay.
It is on.
And I just roll, right, again?
Yes.
And then roll the damage.
Yes, sir. You hack the troll down, and it is dying. But if it doesn't take fire damage, it might still regenerate.
Okay. And can I move still?
Yes. Now you can move without having to worry about being attacked.
So I'll move to the. I'll just move like. Hold on. How do I move him on the map?
Oh, yeah, here, let me get this off of there.
And then I'm done. So I will go to turn complete.
Yep.
You got it, man.
I
This is
got
just some
him.
freaking nature deal.
Sweet. My first kill.
Yeah.
Nope.
Now we'll just see if he stays dead.
What kind of weapon are you using?
I have two Great Axe Mind Slayer. Two-handed axe.
Yeah. Neat.
Alright, there we go. Oh, you put my trolls back to regular? Don't do that. Now they're ugly. Alright, so troll number 3. Is going to sneak up behind Lorathir
Yep.
and attack him.
I think I need to work at your place.
Whenever I ask for anything, like
He manages to bite at Lorithir, but that is all.
That other troll back?
That troll is dying. All right, Nova, what do you do?
All right, how's everybody looking? Everybody looking healthy?
Well, Lorithir just had a troll sneak up behind him, and you're over there by him. You and Lorithir are pretty healthy. Noman and Lothar are totally healthy. Quillan is pretty beat up.
Oh, full on's pretty beat up? Okay, how beat up?
Like, less than half of his HP.
Alrighty. Alright then. Go over to Koalan. And I will use 4 wounds. Let's say level 4. Was that heard?
I'm sorry.
Did you hear me?
I'm sorry. No, what was that?
Go to Koalan. Cure wounds level 4.
That would put you nearer to the troll. Are you okay with that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so you walk over here, boom, boom, boom. You touch Quillan. And you cast a level 4 Cure Wounds.
Bacon matches that.
And it would have cured you of 6 points, but you're not damaged. Quillan, as Nova says a prayer to Pelor, your skin begins to bind itself back together from where the trolls ripped into your flesh.
Malthus, which means in giant, thank you.
I don't know what he said, but I will respond with, yeah, now you are as good as new. Take 2 of those and call me in the morning.
I'll blowgon you for it later.
Take 2 of those and call me in the morning. No. Yes, I'll end.
So Quillan, using his, still having his smearing smite on. DM, can I cast Misty Step without breaking concentration?
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Then I'm going to use a level 2 spell slot to teleport behind troll number 1, and thus getting advantage.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, you don't have to worry about concentration. You don't have Searing Smite on anymore. It only lasts until your next hit. So there we go.
Huh. Okay, so
Alright, so you Misty Step there, and now indeed you do have advantage. Don't forget you are still targeting troll number 2 right now, though.
okay, so
Do you get like an advantage if you go behind them?
it happens when you
Fine thing.
sort of target a foe with an ally on the other side.
Yes, it's called flanking, and you get advantage, which means that you get to roll the dice twice and keep the better result.
Gotcha.
So yeah, indeed, Quillan, you do strike the troll.
Hey, I put my other microphone in. Just test. Can you guys hear me better?
Yeah, a little bit.
Good.
On round 3, something terrible happens. Troll number 1 says to Quillan, "Oh, you in trouble now," and attacks.
Oh my.
And then suddenly you see what he meant. As the biggest troll you've ever seen in your life comes stumbling out of the cave towards you.
I would imagine it would have a different image.
Well, there's not another good image.
It's just bigger. 2 times.
It's very, very big. Like in the meme.
And you make it feel self-conscious.
So, he attacks you. And as the troll rips into Quillan, his body is nearly broken from the whirlwind of slashing claws and ripping fangs. Troll number 2 begins to regenerate 10 hit points and stands up from prone and disengages and moves away. Lorathier disengages and shoots troll number 1. And then I will do nothing. Nomen.
Let's see.
I haven't heard anything from my guardian of faith in a while.
Oh, I have to see if he damages troll number 1. Hold on. Yep. All right. And then one more time. So that's the final 10 damage, and that troll is dying but will regenerate.
Okay. So let's see. All right. Let's see. I'm going to, as a swift action, I'm going to shift for a plasma projector and change my sword's damage type to fire. Then going to, of course, he's dying, so I can just automatically hit and crit him, right? Or is it just automatically crit?
Coup de grace, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Does that take an action or is it an attack?
It's a action.
Okay, so I'm just gonna hit him normally.
Yeah.
With the fire damage.
Yeah. Then I'm going to kind of navigate over here and stab this dude.
Well, you can get there, but not that route, but that's fine.
What?
You can't get there by that route, but that's fine.
Why not?
Because that's a tree in your way.
The tree isn't sitting on the ground. It would only occupy my space at the trunk.
Well, the trunk is. Yeah, I suppose you could have cut that corner. Fine.
Whoa, why did I roll
what?
thrice?
I don't know. You rolled
Whoa.
1, 2, 3.
Hold on. What is he even targeting? Okay.
Oh,
I'm
you
just gonna-
also were still targeting troll 1, and you
Okay.
you attacked troll 2 and missed, so you missed.
Okay. Alright. And that'll end my turn.
Lothar.
Okay. So can I move to the big guy?
Absolutely, the guy you're on is down.
Okay, I'm gonna move there. Okay. I have torches in my inventory. Is that a move if I use them?
You have to light it first before
Yeah.
you can do what you think you're doing.
Yeah, it would be, first of all, but second of all, like, that would only be useful after you've already, like, chopped them down. You are most useful using your giant slaying axe in order to try and kill them, because even though you're not dealing fire damage, you're dealing so much more damage than, you know, a regular attack that...
Gotcha.
You know, it's just way better to have you attack.
Okay, no, that's cool. So I'm gonna rage and then reckless attack.
Also, a DM.
Yes.
Me and Brawler checked the character sheet, but the totem spirit wasn't on there.
Yeah. Yes, it is. So,
Am I getting rolled?
just one second. I'm just getting this checked out real quick here. All right, there. There's a different troll image.
Sweet.
And if you go to your actions tab, you'll see under features Barbarian Totem Spirit Bear and Barbarian Totem Spirit Wolf.
Yeah.
You just choose which one of those you want active and click on it.
So I have rage and reckless attack and bear resist.
Yep.
Now I can roll.
Now are you targeting? Yes.
Okay. So I'll roll.
And as you can see, that's a hit. Not a ton of damage, but you still manage to cleave into the troll. His flesh is already healing as you withdraw your axe. You can tell that this tree is not going to be chopped down easily.
Yeah, I guess that's the end of my turn. So I'll go to the next.
So troll number 3 continues to sneak around. And he is going to run up on Nova. And try and smash Nova. No, 19.
Ah,
Nova, it is your turn. A troll has just run up behind you and hit you with one of his claws.
Pass Cure Wounds level 5. I think I
Yeah.
I use a 4th of Cure Wounds again.
A 3rd level cure wounds on yourself?
4 on Koalan.
4 on Quallen. Quallen has moved away from you. You would have to move away from the troll and it would attack you.
Yeah, I'll take the attack opportunity.
Alright, you move over to Quallen. The troll attacks you. That was so close to a 20. And then you cast on Quallen. Fourth level healing?
Yes.
Alright. And anything else? I don't know if you have a bonus action or something you want to do. Oh, man, you still have your thing on. They're supposed to get max healing.
Oh, yeah. I was supposed to have it.
I'm a dummy. Hold on. 4 more, and then What did you give him the first time? 23. So 7 more hit points you should have. There we go. Anything else you do though, Nova?
Now that should do it.
All right.
Right. Quillan, sort of fired up, is going to cast a third level searing smite on himself.
Okay.
And sort of is this a viable movement?
Yes. Oh no,
Does.
no, because the cliff right here.
Yeah. I thought as much. Quillan, sort of like in a rage against this dire troll, says, "Dare to feel the wrath of 1,000 forest fires, and let yourself be purified." And he's saying this all in a giant. Do I attack twice?
I do believe that you have extra attack. I don't know for a
You're
fact.
definitely, no, he's definitely past paladin.
Yeah, you have extra attack. Yeah.
Yeah, good. $182. Dealing flaming fires to the backside of the dire troll.
Yes.
That's kind of fire. Flaming time.
Yeah. The non-flaming fire just it isn't as good.
Big diet fire.
The dire troll turns and unleashes a deadly attack on let's go for Lothar. Well, as much as I want to go for Lothar because I'm trying to not kill Quillan, you did just hit me with fire. I'm sorry. I have to attack
But-
Quillan.
But to be fair, Lothar is in front of you.
You just hit me with fire.
Yeah, I don't suggest you keep running from me because you're just going to make it more difficult for me to deal with. So long as you keep doing fire attacks, they're going to keep coming after you. Like,
As
I'm not
soon
saying you
as
should stop fire attacks, but if you run, you're just, making it harder.
as soon as he drops you, he turns to Lothar and continues his attack on him.
Oh, he's KO'd.
How is he able to do that?
Because he has multi-attack.
Yes, but he already wasted 3 on Qualan.
Yeah.
Multi-attack allow him to target multiple targets? Because
Sure.
usually that's like single target stuff.
It says you can make this many attacks.
Alright.
And as the troll bites you, you can feel some of the poison, but you resist it. This
Okay.
troll has poisonous, like spittle or just straight up poison. You don't know which. Troll number 2 attacks Noman. No, 19.
Why did he do that though?
Because you're by him?
Reductive viewpoint, Mr. Troll.
They really shouldn't be interested in knowing that. Isn't he like a man of something? I mean, to be fair though.
Lorithir moves, uses his cunning action to hide, attacks the troll with sneak attack. Dealing 40 damage as my arrow like rips through the troll's stomach. Oh, get good.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, stop dealing fire damage.
No. Protection, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Lothar.
Okay. I look up at the big troll and I kind of smile at him and I go to swing my great axe again right at him. Rage, and all that stuff stays on, correct?
Yes, sir. Just the reckless attack needs to be applied every round. No, 19.
I think that's my turn. So
Oh, no, you get to attack again. You get 2 attacks.
okay.
Oh, you slash at the troll, dealing massive damage as your axe takes it apart piece by piece.
And that's it. I'll just stay there. Next time.
Troll number 3 continues to run down Lorithir. Oh, wait. I can get Nova. Oh, man. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna run up behind Lothar here. As the troll runs up behind you, he rips and tears at you, but your barbarian rage powers through the pain as he claws at you. Nova, you are now in between two trolls. One is dying, one is up attacking Lothar. You're right
I
next
thought
to.
it was coup de grace by Noman.
Who the guard is not existent.
He's not coup de grace. He regularly attacked him, and he's on the ground dying.
I
And,
attacked him with a fire weapon.
yes,
All right, he doesn't. He just doesn't get to regenerate for free, so he's
Right.
still dying.
right. And you're right next to Lothar, who has been hurt but still has a lot of hit points and resists almost all damage except psychic. Quillan is on the ground in front of you. You can move, but if you do, the troll number 3 will get an attack of opportunity.
What's the Wallen? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
How's Koala?
He's down. He's on the ground.
Okay. The channel divinity, the rest of here. It gives me 5 times my cleric level. I think we're level 8.
You're level 9.
Okay, so yeah, heal him up to 40, but not half his half of his HP.
And half of his max HP is 26. Or no, I'm sorry, that's
Okay.
not right. 82, so 41. So just 40 hit points heal him?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I will use mass healing word on everybody. Maximum. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, 40 points to Quillan. You heal 3. And then max mass healing word to everybody. So that is a level 5 mass cure wounds, or just a regular level
Healing.
3, or just a regular level 3.
Mass healing word.
Oh, mass healing word. Oh yeah,
I wouldn't be able to cast that because it's my standard action.
Okay, so that's 13 hit points to everybody, and you get 5. So I'll do the 5 to you, and then 13.
Do I not heal myself?
Yeah, you heal yourself. You still get the
Okay,
healing.
cool.
Yeah, I'm just giving you yours first right off the bat.
All right, neat. And that's gonna be on my turn.
Okay, so you pass your turn to Quillan. Quillan, it is your turn.
getting up. I'm going to I'm going to I could lay on hands myself. And be
Yeah,
better.
in a crisis, we're in quite the predicament, aren't we, Koala?
So you suggest I cast lay on hands on myself?
I suggest you do whatever it is you need to do to end this battle. I think I brought you to pass the visa. I think you're kind of good for now, unless these guys are like really checking it on.
I mean, I do sort of prevent him from healing by dealing fire damage.
And then it's your choice, man. What would Koalan do?
Seeing that this troll is going to hurt his friends if he doesn't, he's going to level two he's going to level 2 smearing smite. And also DM, there isn't a level 3 version of searing smite.
Do you need it right now?
I mean,
Do
I
you-
did
do you-
cast it
do you
last turn.
Oh,
I did cast it last turn, but it was a level 2 version.
oh, okay.
So I'm going
Yep.
to cast a level 3 version of it.
No problem.
You know that you can still use Divine Smite even when you're using that. So you could seriously hit, use a successful hit, and then go Divine Smite.
Okay.
So of course, it does burn through spell slot. So take that restriction.
All right, there
I
you go.
So using a 3rd level slot and casting Searing Smite on myself. I'm going to attack with my pipe. And seeing that I hit, I'm gonna burn a level 2 spell slot to get 3d8 radiant.
You deal heavy damage as your pike erupts into flames and holy light, bursting into the troll, dealing a bleeding wound.
And Quillan says, "Don't say I didn't warn you."
I warn you.
They talk with someone smiting distance.
Smiting distance.
I step here. Quillan, you may take an attack of opportunity.
Lovely. Ugh.
All right. The troll slashes at everyone, forcing you to dodge out of the way as its whirlwind of claws deals some pretty good damage to everybody.
Would the troll, one of the trolls, be in the way?
Nope.
As in caught in the whirlwind?
No. The troll is able to distinguish friend from foe.
Okay.
Lorathir pops out from behind and shoots the dire troll. Critically wounding it as my arrow strikes it in the face.
Yeah, let's get him. Ayo! Let's cut him to pieces.
You knock him to the ground, unconscious and dying.
Alright, let's make sure he dies this time.
All right.
Okay, so the dire troll's still alive.
Yes. Still up and fighting.
Okay. I will.
It still has a tiny little red bar if you look close enough.
I will try to kill him.
Try being the optimal word.
Yeah.
Your axe cleaves into the dire troll, chopping out one of his legs as he falls to the ground. You swing up with your axe, cleaving a chunk out of his neck as he lies gurgling on the ground, dying.
So he needs fire to die. So can I put a torch on him?
Not this round. You've attacked, so.
So I'm done. Okay. I will pass my turn.
Wait, attack him again.
Oh crap! I already.
No, it's okay. Just attack him again.
Okay, my bad. No.
Yeah, but it's more of a notification and not like a fuck you can't do nothing.
Yeah, it's not a video game where it locks you out. And then deal the damage. Yeah, that'll help. So, all right, troll number 3. Seeing the dire troll go down, I now have to roll to see if I. Yeah, I consider. I tell you. Okay, you go now.
Look, man, I didn't know. All right, I didn't know. I'm out.
Right, right. And so troll number 3 tells you to go, but he's still a troll, so instead of attacking Nova, he's going to attack Lothar to try and get him off of the dire troll. But I want to stress that this is not him trying to continue aggressions so much as he's trying to get Lothar off of, well, his mother.
I killed mommy.
I remember trolls sort of reproduce in that sort of way.
And
like
so,
people?
yeah, and so he tears into Lothar, but still was like, "You go now," and he's trying to push Lothar away more than like eat him. Nova, it is your turn.
Hmm. Uh, how's Lothar looking?
I mean, he's definitely heavily damaged, but like for an old orc warrior, he's kicking ass. He just took out a huge troll.
I'll give him a cure wounds level 2.
Okay.
Remember that is maxed.
Yep.
A reminder. And
So cure wounds level 2. I don't see a level 2 cure wounds. I got level 1 and level 3. Cool. So it's 2d8 plus 8. So that would be 1624. So
Sounds good to me.
Lothar gets 24 hit points, and then I gave you your 6.
Sweet. Thanks, Nova.
with this night question, with this new item.
And then do you do anything else, Nova?
Nah, that was it.
Quillan.
Quillan sort of points his pike to the troll and says, "You promise us that you will not harass us any further, and we shall leave you be."
Yeah, you go.
And I'm going to do an insight to see if he's going to attack us again or not.
Okay. He's a troll, so it's really hard to say. Like, he's probably definitely going to attack you again if like given any provocation, but it's hard to say whether they intend to attack you if you just go, but he's the one who brought it up, so.
Yeah, so and Quillan just sort of is just very doozy. He's very doozy. Like ever since the whole sort of dire hit from the dire troll.
Yeah.
I think the dire troll needs fire, right, to die.
If he needs to die, yeah.
It's a she, remember?
Wait,
She.
Yeah, it is a she.
And Quillan just is walking away.
Okay. So this is where I kind of have to like say a thing. Like, I'm gonna roll insight Like, what am I getting? What am I? What? Because I don't speak giant.
Yeah, no,
Right.
without speaking giant, you can't really get any insight. The dire troll begins to regenerate and stands up from prone and uh, disengages and moves back 15 feet.
Yeah, I don't think giant. But like, I mean, you know, these two just said something to one another, and now they're not fighting, and they're running.
Yeah. So if you like, look at Quillan, you can definitely tell that your ally has decided not to continue the battle. Lorathir stays hidden.
Okay. This is tough because I don't want to be like.
Well, it's Noman's turn. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering here. Like, I see the same display. They exchange words, and then Kulan starts walking off.
Yep. He seems to have made some kind of alliance with the trolls and is betraying you.
I'm gonna just do the obvious and ask, Kulan, what's up?
Quillan says they seem to have surrendered. That's why I'm stepping away, so that since they are not going to harm us anymore, we might as well leave them be.
I'm not gonna fight that right now. I'll just leave.
Yeah, I mean, as a knight of Caledonia, obviously you're not super excited about that plan.
No, I'm really not, but I just don't want to I just don't want to wrap back on that right now.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, I guess I'm in my turn.
He's not trying to be difficult. He's just trying to be peaceful.
Yeah, I'm not raising my complaint yet.
I turn to the rest of the group and I say, they attacked us. No mercy.
Wait, please.
And I raise my axe. I target Troll 3.
Yep, here, I'll help you untarget Dire Troll. There you go. Oh, there you go. So now just target Troll 3. Perfect. Oh, no, one more time. There you go.
And I attack him with my sword.
With your great axe of giant slaying. No, 19. And then you get one more attack. No, 19. Yeah, you chop him down. He's critically wounded as you scream, "No mercy!"
I'm
Oh, great.
sort of terrified at the sort of Lothar's sort of anger. And he just sort of yells, "Enough! Enough! They surrender!"
So what? They're trolls.
Yeah, basically that. Like, fuck it, good enough for me.
Lothar, is that your turn?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm done.
Troll number 3 does attack you back. But you resist all of the damage, and in total, you only take what, 9 16 damage total out of all of that. That's like nothing. So the troll rips and claws at you, but your barbarian strength shows through. And although your body bears the marks of all of these wounds, you don't suffer the ill effects. Nova, it is now your turn.
How could you? They're surrendering.
They attacked us, like I said.
This is a tough predicament to be in. If I was like anybody who wasn't Nova, or like essentially lost a good paladin, now I'm like, yeah, whatever, fuck go. See, I'm caught in a tough place here because on one hand, I do think not like Nova would do anything to try to stop him. I can make it so that they would not hurt anyone ever again.
Ever again?
Yes.
Can we like openly talk like in character now? Or?
I mean, a little bit, but not like, just non-stop. So.
Okay, which one's like
There's a troll right next to you that's up attacking Lothar. The dire troll is up but crawling back to the cave.
Okay. I cursed the nearest troll. I used Bestow Curse.
Okay.
I thought Bestow
Curse.
Curse sucked in this edition.
Yeah, it's not as good, but I mean, it still leaves like wiggle room for you to like play with. So it's like it's not like you have to specifically go with the curses that they give you.
All right. So disadvantage on strength.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason why is just like it's a concentration spell.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the reason why it sucks in this edition. We covered it last time. You just can't use Bestow Curse the way you used to be able to. It's a concentration spell.
That's
Not
the
only
thing,
that,
because I know it's
concentration
not
for 1 minute.
because I know it's not symbol, which is more of what I'm going towards. But
So yeah, you can give him disadvantage on all of his checks. So.
all right, I'll say this, right? I will say that trolls exist in nature. All right, I guess this is my line of thought then. I won't do that. I won't try to bestow curse. But my train of thought here is that well, trolls do exist in nature, and animals and humans do hunt things for nature. I mean, to eat, which is essentially what they were doing here. They do so at their risk. And not every animal in the wild would be so merciful as Llewellyn or myself. So I'm not going to aid. I thought I will look over at Thorin. If it's Thorin, Thorin's his name?
Lothar.
Lothar, excuse me. And I will say, I will not stop you, but I will not help you. And I'm sorry if no one's told you this. This is Nova is a pacifist. Like unless it's undead, or like something that cannot feel impact harm, he will not attack it.
Yeah. So like, if your character says something to me, can I respond or have to wait till my turn?
Yeah, you can respond, and then Nova, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lothar. What's your response?
And I just say they did attack us.
Yeah. He's not going to stop you or make any attempt to stop you. He's like,
Yeah.
if a lion attacks a hippo and then dies, it's kind of his own fault.
All right, Quillan,
not-
what do you do?
I sort of like sigh as I sort of like wait and I sort of cast healing, lay on hands on myself.
Okay. All right, you know how to do that. Anything else?
Nope. I just sort of wait.
All right. The dire troll is going to slink back. Lorathier steps out from behind the bush and shoots the troll. Noman.
Going to approach the dire troll and begin swinging at it. Yes. Why do I have this dangling -2 to hit?
I don't know. Oh, you applied that at some point. I didn't know when to take it off.
Oh. I don't
Could that
think
not
in the
have
con-
been? Could that not have been when he was like injured?
No,
Like,
no,
when he-
it was his own thing. He has a -2 to attack that he applied, and I just didn't know when to take it off. All right.
Oh,
so,
wait.
so you
Wait,
attack.
I didn't roll
and-
damage.
yeah.
Wait, no, I did roll damage.
Yeah,
there we
you
go.
attack and hit the dire troll, and then I assume you attack again. And
Yeah,
you
but I missed.
And I even fixed your -2, so. Bleh.
Yeah. Let's see, I traverse from there to there.
So now what do? Stuck here in the troll's mercy.
The troll's mercy? Fucking I am the mercy. I'm gonna fucking cast another ward as I get ready to... Wait, am I even damaged? Let me double check.
Yeah, you're 41 out
Yeah.
of 74. You're pretty.
No, I mean, it was my fucking... I didn't know. I'm going to cast another ward. Say cast. It's not really what it is. I'm going to activate another ward as I get ready to eat hits.
Lothar, you have just felled the troll next to you. The dire troll is the last thing standing.
Can I use a potion of healing? Does that cost a turn or?
You can use a potion of healing, but then you wouldn't be able to move and attack.
Okay, so I'll just move next to Naman. Is that legal?
Yes.
I'll target the dire troll. And let's see, I'll do reckless attack. And I just kind of yell out, cowards, and as I pull out my great axe.
And
then I get another-
attack. Attack it again, because even though it falls to the ground, you still have to chop it up. And now, as it's lying, dying, burning, you guys have finally gotten all of the trolls down to the point where you're able to finish them off after much blood and smoke and fire, the trolls are finally finished off. You stand next to the metal man that you have befriended, triumphant, and you see the, pacifist Nova standing off to the side with Quillan, who, walked away. Lorathir is a little different, though. He was still helping. He's a rogue. He hides and shoots.
He's like a survivalist.
Yeah. So like it's not like he ran away. He was just contributing in his own way. So you stand there looking at everybody, unsure of your newfound companions. Some have proven very valuable, whereas others you may have to keep an eye on. What does the future hold for this party? We will find out as next time on Heroes Wanted. I want to thank you guys for playing. I want to thank anyone who's watching. And as always, everyone, good gaming.
Good gaming.